Right, good morning everyone. That's my new machine there, and this is what I do. This is what I do for a living, to make everything possible. Battery wise, this is what pays for everything. We're on deep drainage today. Shut this door, and we're in a place called Paynton in Devon, right next to the road, as you can see. And I'll try and do this one-handed. Well, no, not one-handed. I'll put it between my legs like that, and yeah, it is me operating this baby. I can't dig too much because I've got to wait for my mate to come back with the dumper, but generally it is me. So there you go. Now everyone knows what I do for a living. I do enjoy the job. I thoroughly enjoy operating these machines. I've done it for a number of years now, and it's just the sheer awesome power of these machines, and I just love anything powerful. So there you go, over and out. Well, a bit more of me, look. This is me all over. We're on our first break at the moment in the morning, our first snack break. What I tend to do is sit in the machine. The other lads all go off down to the facilities provided and have their food and drink. I sit in the cab, and what I generally do every single day, even on our midday break, what am I doing? I'm on YouTube, learning stuff basically, or generally on the internet, reading papers. Today I'm going to be reading some papers that a guy called Peter Middleton has sent to me. Me and Peter Middleton talk quite a lot. He's a very knowledgeable guy, very knowledgeable, and for some reason he seems to have taken me under his wing, so to speak. I do learn a lot from him, got to be honest. So yeah, this is what I do. I've got half an hour now to study stuff and read some papers that Peter sent to me, so I'll be doing that. Digest it all properly this evening after I've finished messing around on the bench with batteries. And yeah, generally, I mean, I've got all my creature comforts. I've got my coffee there, look, and I've got my sandwiches with me. So yeah, this is what I do. It's called dedication. Hopefully. Let's just hope it all gets me somewhere at the end of the day, because I feel as though I'm sort of getting there now with battery cells or a battery format of some sort. Certainly seem to have got some power out of that last one, the one with the zinc sulfate and the iodine. So yeah, that's it really. I'm going to tuck into my sandwiches now, and a packet of crisps. In the UK we call these crisps. In the US, I think I don't know, are they chips or something like that? I don't know. Potato chips. So there we go. I'll catch you later. Yeah, I knew there was something I'd forget. We battery people generally tend to talk to each other. I talk to quite a few people on the internet, by email, on the channel, or you know, private emails, private telephone conversations and stuff like that. One of the guys I seem to get on with quite well is Martin from Solar Hoop. Well, I hope we do anyway. We kind of stay in contact. Martin's a battery guy, just like me and many others. I'll get to the point of this in a second, if you just bear with me. I do like to mention people if I can. People that are sort of up and coming and, you know, doing a bit and all the rest of it. And I feel that they're worthwhile, you know, mentioning. I've mentioned Martin quite a few times, Solar Hope. I don't need to mention RMS, do I? Because he crops up in most of my videos anyway. And everyone knows that I think he's brilliant. But all of us, we struggle quite a bit to buy equipment and stuff like that, and you know, get the money together to buy what we've got to buy. As I've said, this is my daytime job. This is what I do to get the pennies together, you know. And recently I've been selling a fair bit of choline chloride. There is something else I could sell if people wanted samples, just to help me sort of, you know, help me with purchasing equipment and stuff like that, and all of the wherewithal to carry on. Now there's a guy I want to mention, but I haven't spoken to him about it yet, and I should really, before, you know, I mean, some people might get embarrassed about stuff like this, you know. So there is a guy, a particular guy that I want to, I'll contact him tonight and get his permission if I can, because what's happened is he feels that I've helped him out quite a bit with a couple of things, you know, advice, whatever. You know, he can learn from me, I can learn from him, and he's, you know, he's there designing batteries. But we were talking the other day about 3D printers and stuff like that, and you know, I said to him, look, you should get that to do what you need to do with battery casings. Actually, he was kind of muddled up as to which way to go, and I said, just buy one of those, do that, you know. And I said, I did buy one ages ago, and it was just rubbish, and I sent it back and I got my money back, and I haven't bought one since. But he knew that I wanted to buy one, but I couldn't quite afford it, because I'm buying other stuff as well. And do you know what he did? He PayPal'd £100 to me, and I thought, do you know what, I don't really know what I've done to deserve that, because, you know, any advice I give or help, I don't mind doing it, you know. It's just, that's just me. You know, I'll do it with anyone that I feel is worthwhile, of course. You know, I'm not talking about the recipe people now that RMS talks about. You know, if you want recipes, then, you know, you're wasting your time. You might as well not bother. But anyway, this guy, as I say, sent me the money to go and buy this 3D printer, which I thought was fantastic, you know. And as I do like to mention people, you know, I'd like to give him a mention for two reasons, because I think he's going to be doing some videos soon of his work, and his work is pretty good, actually. I know all about what he's doing, the materials he's using, the type of cell he's designed, and all the rest of it. And I'll push anyone like that to actually make the video and do it, you know. But like I say, you know, I really want to thank this guy, and I'll speak to him first, and then, you know, I'll mention his name if he doesn't mind. So I just wanted to sort of let you guys know, you know, what some people will do for you. Well, you know, it's like RMS now. He's you know, he does his Indiegogo campaigns and stuff like that to raise the finances to do what he's got to do. This time round, with all of the working inks and stuff, it's to get the Twizy on the road, isn't it? You know, to get it from A to B, Land's End to John O'Groats. So you know, those guys there have got to get the dollar together to do it, and you know, with everyone's cooperation, I've decided I'm going to be buying some ink. It won't stop there, you know. I will fund it in some other way as well. So there you go. I just wanted to say that bit. I thought it was really, really generous, you know, to send me £100 like that. So there you go. Hopefully I can mention this guy's name if he doesn't mind. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, obviously I've been home since recording the last bit, and this was dry, so here it is. As this video is a bit about, you know, finances and funding and stuff like that. So this guy then, who was he? He's kind of from where I'm from originally, the city, and as was or is Martin from Solar Hope, from the same city as well. So apart from a lot of good bands that come out of that city, it seems that battery people are coming out of there as well. Anyways, Tony, you'll hear me mention his name in a few videos from now on. The carbon blend on this battery was his idea. It's what he's working on. The guy's name is Tony Morris. I'm trying to persuade him at the moment to make a video. He's a bit reluctant. He's doing something good with batteries. He's sort of got his act together, and he's getting good results. So that's the guy, Tony Morris, that gifted me that £100 so I could go out and buy a 3D printer. And I wanted to mention his name. I did ask him, and he said go ahead. So there you go. Thanks, Tony. One other guy that you've heard me mention quite a bit in a few videos now, whether anyone took notice of his name, I don't know. A guy called Peter Middleton. Now I know for a fact that one or two other people know Peter, and those that do know Peter will know that he knows his onions. He's a very, very clever man. He knows a lot more than I do, to be fair. But we do speak almost on a daily basis. We are trying to put something together between us. A bit of a collaboration, if you like. Call it whatever you want to call it, but I think that's the word I'd use for now. And yeah, I speak to Peter all the time. There are 3 letters, PPP. I'll be explaining that fairly soon. I'm hoping that Peter's going to get his act together and make a video shortly. He's done some phenomenal stuff. So, like I say, I do like to mention worthwhile people, or people worthy of a mention. Obviously I'm not going to mention anyone that hasn't done a lot, you know, for obvious reasons. So there you go. That's the end of this one.